हेलो एवरीवन। आज हम पढ़ेंगे क्लास 8th हिस्ट्री का चैप्टर नंबर 6 कॉलोनिज्म एंड द सिटी। इस वीडियो में हम एक्सरसाइज और क्वेश्चन आंसर्स को पढ़ेंगे। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, स्टेट वेदर ट्रू और फॉल्स। क्वेश्चन नंबर फर्स्ट, इन द वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड modern cities grew with the industrialization. True. Second, Surat and Machilipatnam developed in the 19th century. False. Third, in the 20th century, the majority of Indians lived in cities. False. Fourth, after 1857, no worship was allowed in the Jama Masjid for 5 years. True. Fifth, more money was spent on clearing Old Delhi than New Delhi. False. Sixth, the central dome of the Viceroy Palace was copied from the Mughal architecture. False. Seventh, New Delhi took at least 50 years to build. False. Eighth, the population of Delhi grew all of a sudden after partition. True. Ninth, the Mughal aristocracy in the 17th and 18th centuries lived in large bungalows. False. 10th, colonies like Lajpat Nagar and Tilak Nagar grew at the time of partition. True. Next, 11. The cities like Machilipatnam, Surat and Srirangpatnam was de-urbanized. True. Question number 2, fill in the blanks. The first structure to successfully use the dome was called the Central Dome. Next, the two architects who designed New Delhi and Shahjahanabad were Edward Lutyens and Herbert Baker. Next, the British saw overcrowded spaces as unhygienic. Next, in 1888, an extension scheme called the Lahore Gate Improvement Scheme was devised. Next, the period from 1830 to 1857 is referred to as a period of the Delhi Renaissance. Next, the western walls of Shahjahanabad were broken to establish the railways and to allow the city to expand beyond the walls. Next, New Delhi was constructed as a 10 square mile city on Raisina Hill, south of the existing city. Next, the Delhi Municipal Committee was not willing to spend money on a good drainage system. Next, some Havelis were taken over by the upcoming mercantile class. Next, the Delhi Improvement Trust was set up in Dayaganj and it built areas like South for wealthy Indians. Next, by the early 20th century, only 11% of Indians were living in cities. Next question. Number 3, choose the correct option. Question, which group of cities was recognized as presidency cities? Bombay, Madras and Calcutta. Next question, the capital of British India before Delhi was Calcutta. Next question, the Delhi College was built in the year 1792. Next question, the Viceroy's Palace is now known as Rashtrapati Bhavan. Next question, in 1877, Viceroy Lytton organized a grand darbar to acknowledge Queen Victoria as the Empress of India at Delhi. Answers. Question number 1, name the two industrial cities in Britain. Answer, Leeds and Manchester. Next question, name the cities that were de-urbanized in the 19th century. Answer, Surat, Machilipatnam and Srirangpatnam. Next question, why were the main streets of Chandni Chowk and Faiz Bazaar made broad? Answer, They were made broad for royal processions to pass. Next question. Where did British live in the 1870s? Answer. They lived in the sprawling civil lines area that came up in the north. Next question. Where did the Indians live in the 1870s? Answer. They lived in the walled city. Next question. Why was a darbar held in Delhi in 1911? Answer. In 1911, when King George V was crowned in England, a darbar was held in Delhi to celebrate the occasion. Next question. Who visited the darbar? Answer. Numerous Indian princes and British officers and soldiers visited the darbar. Next question. What is Kingsway known now? Answer. It is now known as Rajpath. Next question. Why was the Viceroy's palace higher than Shah Jahan's Jama Masjid? Answer. The Viceroy's palace was higher than Shah Jahan's Jama Masjid in order to establish British importance. Next question. What jobs did the new migrants coming to Delhi take up? Answer. They took up jobs as hawkers, vendors, carpenters, and ironsmiths. Next question. What were Havelis? Answer. Havelis were grand mansions in which the Mughal aristocracy in the 17th and 18th century lived. Next question. What did the census of 1931 reveal? Answer. The census of 1931 revealed that the walled city area was thickly populated with as many as 90 persons per acre, while New Delhi had only about 3 persons per acre. Next question. Why did Machilipatnam lose its importance as a port town by the late 18th century? Answer. It was because the British shifted their trade to the new ports of Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta. Next question. Who lived in the white areas in cities such as Madras? Answer. In cities such as Madras, the British lived in well laid out white areas. Next question. Define urbanization. Answer. Urbanization means a process by which more and more people begin to reside in towns and cities. Next question. Which Mughal emperor made the most splendid capital of all? Name the capital too. Answer. The most splendid capital of all was built by Shah Jahan and the name was Shahjahanabad. Next question. When and how did the British get control of Delhi? Answer. In 1803, the British gained control of Delhi by defeating Marathas. Next question. What is meant by Kuldi says? Answer. It means street with a dead end. Next question. Which time period has referred to as a period of the Delhi Renaissance? Answer. Period from 1830 to 1857 has been referred to as a period of Delhi Renaissance. Next question. When was the Delhi College shut down? Answer. It was turned into a school and shut down in 1877. Next question. Name the two architects called on the design New Delhi and its building. Answer. Two architects were Edward Lutyens and Herbert Baker. Next question. How many years did New Delhi take to build? Answer. New Delhi took nearly 20 years to be built. Answer. What did the census of 1931 reveal about New Delhi? Answer. It revealed that New Delhi had only about 3 persons per acre. Next question. Name the most splendid capital built by Shah Jahan in 1639. Answer. Shahjahanabad. Next question. Under which Mughal administration Delhi became center for Sufi culture? Answer. Under Shah Jahan. Next question. In which years Delhi became the capital of British India? Answer. in 1911. Next question. Who all used to live in the walled city of Delhi? Answer. In Delhi, British along with the wealthier Indians in the walled city. Next question. In which year western wall of Shahjahanabad was broken to allow the expansion of the city? Answer. In 1870. Next question. Who organized Delhi Darbar to acknowledge Queen Victoria as the Empress of India? Answer. Lord Lutyens in 1877 has organized it. Next question. In how many years New Delhi was built? Answer. It took nearly 20 years. Next question. Name the new colonies made in Delhi at the time of partition. Answer. Lajpat Nagar and Tilak Nagar. Question number 1. Describe the main features of Shahjahanabad built by Shah Jahan. Answer. Main features are given below. Shahjahanabad, that was begun in 1639, consisted of a fort palace complex and the city adjoining it. Lal Killa or the Red Fort contained the palace complex. To its west lay the walled city with 14 gates. The main streets of Chandni Chowk and Faiz Bazaar were broad enough for royal processions to pass. A canal ran down the center of Chandni Chowk. The Jama Masjid was among the largest and grandest mosques in India. There was no place higher than the mosque within the city. Next question. Before 1857, developments in Delhi were somewhat different from those in other colonial cities. How? Answer. In presidency cities, Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta, the living spaces of Indians and the British were sharply separated. Indians lived in the black areas while the British lived in well laid out white areas. But in Delhi, in the first half of the 19th century, the British lived along with the wealthier Indians in the walled city. The British learned to enjoy Urdu, Persian culture, and poetry and took part in local festivals. Next question. What happened to Delhi after 1857? Answer. During the revolt of 1857, the rebels gathered in the Delhi and captured it under the leadership of the Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar. Delhi remained under the control of the rebels for 4 months. When the British recaptured Delhi, they embarked on a campaign of revenge and plunder. The British forces began breaking vengeance on the streets of Delhi, massacring the rebels. To prevent another rebellion, the British exiled Bahadur Shah to Burma, dismantled his court, razed several of these places, closed down gardens, and built barracks for troops in their place. Next question. How did partition change the lives and occupations of the refugees? Answer. The partition caused massive transfer of population on both sides of the new border. Muslims left Delhi for Pakistan while their place was taken by equally large number of Sikhs and Hindus refugees from Pakistan. Many of the Muslims who went to Pakistan were artisans, petty traders, and laborers. The new migrants coming to Delhi were rural landlords, lawyers, teachers, traders, and small shopkeepers. Partitions changed their lives and their occupation. They had to take up new jobs as hawkers, vendors, carpenters, and ironsmiths. Next question. Describe the main features of the colonial bungalow. Answer. The main features of the colonial bungalow. It was meant for one nuclear family. It was a large single-storied structure with a pitched roof and usually set in 1 or 2 acres of open ground. It had separate living and dining rooms and bedrooms and a wide veranda running in the front and sometimes on 3 sides. Kitchens, stables, and servants' quarters were in a separate space from the main house. The house was run by dozens of servants. Next question. How did the old city of Delhi change under British rule? Answer. In 1888, plans were drawn to extend the old city of Delhi. A scheme called the Lahore Gate Improvement Scheme was planned by Robert Clark. The plan had a market square around which shops were built. Streets were built in a grid pattern and were identical in width, size, and character. Land was divided into regular areas for the construction of neighborhoods. In 1936, the Delhi Improvement Trust was set up and it built areas like Daryaganj South for wealthy Indians. Houses were grouped around parks. Within the houses, space was divided according to the new rules of privacy. Next question. Why did the British choose to hold a Grand Darbar in Delhi although it was not the capital? Answer. The British understood the importance of Delhi and many extravagant events were held there. In 1877, Viceroy Lytton organized a darbar to acknowledge Queen Victoria as the Empress of India and to underline the fact that the British were in power and not the Mughals. Next question. What is meant by de-urbanization? Answer. In the late 18th century, Calcutta, Bombay and Madras rose in importance as presidency cities. They became the centers of British power. At the same time, a host of smaller cities declined. Many towns manufacturing specialized goods declined due to a drop in the demand for what they produced. Old trading centers and ports could not survive when the flow of trade moved to the new centers. Similarly, earlier centers of regional power collapsed when local rulers were defeated by the British and new centers of administration emerged. This process is described as de-urbanization. Next question. Identify three differences in the city design of New Delhi and Shahjahanabad. Answer. New Delhi had broad roads and sprawling bungalows instead of crowded mohallas and by-lanes like Shahjahanabad. The city had better water supply and a good drainage system, whereas the water supply and drainage system was totally neglected in the walled city. New Delhi was clean and hygienic with tree-lined avenues, while Shahjahanabad was a city of overflowing drains and stench. Next question. When and how was the Delhi Improvement Trust set up? Answer. The Delhi Improvement Trust was set up in 1936 and it built areas like Daryaganj South for wealthy Indians. Were grouped around parks. Within the houses, space was divided according to new rules of privacy. Instead of space being shared by many families or groups, now different members of the same family had their own private space within the home. Next question. Why were Havelis were subdivided and sold? Answer. Many Mughal admirers were unable to maintain these large establishments under condition of the British rule. Havelis therefore began to be subdivided and sold. Next question. How did the large migration from Punjab change the social environment of Delhi? Answer. The large migration from Punjab changed the social environment of Delhi as the urban culture, largely based on Urdu, was overshadowed by new tastes and sensibilities in food, dress, and the arts. Next question. When was the announcement for shifting capital of India to Delhi was done? Answer. In 1911, when King George V was crowned in England, a darbar was held in Delhi to celebrate the occasions. The decision to shift the capital of India from Calcutta to Delhi was announced at the darbar. Next question. Define the terms Dargah, Khanka and Eidgah. Answer. Dargah, the tomb of a Sufi saint. Khanka, a Sufi lodge often used as a rest house for travelers. and a place where people come to discuss spiritual matters, get the blessings of saint, and hear Sufi music. Eidgah, it is a place where an open prayer of Muslims take place. This place is primarily meant for Eid prayers. Next question. What was condition of Delhi after the cruel partition? Answer. After the partition took place, riots began when over two-thirds Muslims migrated from Delhi and almost 44,000 homes were abandoned. On the other hand, Delhi became a city of refugees with nearly 5 lakh people added to the population of Delhi. New colonies such as Lajpat Nagar and Tilak Nagar came up at this time. Long answers. Question number 1. Discuss the construction plan of New Delhi. Answer. New Delhi was constructed as a 10 square mile city on Raisina Hill, south of the existing city. Two architects, namely Edward Lutyens and Herbert Baker, were called on the design New Delhi and its buildings. The government complex in New Delhi consisted of 2 Mile Avenue, Kingsway, now known as Rajpath, led to the Viceroy's Palace, now known as Rashtrapati Bhavan, with the Secretariat building on either sides of the avenue. The features of these government buildings were borrowed from different periods of India's imperial history, but the overall look was classical Greece of 5th century BCE. For instance, the central dome of the Viceroy's Palace was copied from the Buddhist stupa at Sanchi, and the red sandstone and curved screens or jalis were borrowed from Muslim Mughal architecture. These new buildings had to assert British importance. Therefore, the Viceroy's Palace was kept higher than Shah Jahan's Jama Masjid. Next question. What did the census of 1931 reveal? What attempts were made to decongest the old city? Answer. The census of 1931 revealed that the walled city area was densely populated with as many as 90 persons per acre, while New Delhi had only about 10 persons per acre. Several attempts were made to decongest the old city. For example, in 1888, an extension scheme called the Lahore Gate Improvement Scheme was planned by Robert Clark for the walled city residents. The idea was to draw residents away from the old city to a new type of market square around which shops would be built. Streets in this redevelopment strictly followed the grid pattern and were of identical width, size, and character. Land was divided into regular areas for the construction of neighborhoods, but this development remained incomplete and did not help to decongest the old city. In 1936, the Delhi Improvement Trust was set up. It built areas like Daryaganj South for wealthy Indians. Houses were grouped around parks. Within the houses, space was divided according to the new rules of privacy. Instead of spaces being shared by many families or groups, now different members of the same family had their own private space within the home. Next question. How did the partition affect life in Delhi? Answer. Forced rioting began after Indian independence and partition. Thousands of people in Delhi were killed and their homes were looted and burned. Muslims left Delhi for Pakistan and Sikh and Hindu refugees came from Pakistan. As a result, the population of Delhi swelled, the kinds of jobs people did changed, and the culture of the city became different. Delhi became a city of refugees as nearly 5 lakh people entered Delhi from Pakistan. Refugees roamed the streets of Shahjahanabad searching for empty homes to occupy. The skills and occupations of refugees were quite different from those of the Muslims who left Delhi. Many of the Muslims who went to Pakistan were artisans, petty traders, and laborers. The new migrants coming to Delhi were rural landlords, lawyers, teachers, traders, and small shopkeepers. Partition changed the life and occupation of the market. The large migration from Punjab changed the social sense of Delhi. Next question: how did the British make Delhi forget its Mughal past? Answer: the British wanted Delhi to forget its Mughal past, and for that, the area around the fort was completely cleared of gardens, partitions, and mosques. The British wanted a clean ground for the security reason. Mosques in particular were either destroyed or put to other uses. The Zinat al-Masjid was converted into a bakery. No worship was allowed in the Jama Masjid for 5 years. 1/3 of the city was demolished and its canal were filled up. In 1870s, the western wall of Shahjahanabad were broken to establish the railway and to allow the city to expand beyond the walls. The British started living in sprawling civil lines area that came up in the north, away from the Indians in the walled city. The Delhi College was turned into a school and shut down in 1877. Next question: briefly explain how did the Calcutta, Bombay, and Madras presidency become the centers of British power in different regions of India? Answer: in the late 18th century, Calcutta, Bombay, and Madras rose in importance as presidency cities. They became the centers of British power in the different regions of India. At the same time, a host of smaller cities declined. Many towns manufacturing specialized goods declined due to a drop in the demand and for what they produced. Old trading centers and ports could not survive when the trade moved to new centers. Similarly, earlier centers of regional power collapsed where local rulers were defeated by the British and new centers of the administration emerged. This process is often described as de-urbanization. This is how the presidency cities rose in importance. इसी के साथ ही हमारा ये वीडियो कंप्लीट होता है. हमें कमेंट करके जरूर बताएं कि आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा. वीडियो को लाइक करें, हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, जिससे आपके पास दूसरे वीडियोस के नोटिफिकेशन पहुंचते रहे. धन्यवाद.